I would like to talk about the biggest problem with deepwoken, or at least in my opinion. I think that medium by far is the best, weapon class of all. There is, blatant, favoritism towards medium. It's crazy how much it has already, and then the amount of, synergies it has with other shit. I wanted to talk about that because I see medium players complain constantly for me playing heavy, or I see other medium players complaining about just. I think I've seen a lot of people complain about ice daggers. Ice daggers isn't that bad. Uh, it's pretty fucking easy. But if you are running any weapon, think if you're making a build, think of like this, right? First, do you want to win? If yes, go medium. Do you want to have a advantage on everybody? Go medium. There is no downside to playing medium ever. Look, it does everything that heavy does better. It does everything that light weapon does better. It's crazy. It has a light weapon is just fast swing speed with low damage. Not really anything wrong with that. The only meta, I think, yeah, slightly light weapon build is probably ice daggers and a tumulus fist, and you could definitely do what they do better. Ice Daggers is all sustain. It is fuck all damage. So if you want, there's plenty of builds with medium that just have high sustain. Or there's a Tuneless Fist, which is just infinitely better on medium. A Tuneless medium is a time it is the build that has stood the test of time. Even after getting that nerf with removing what's that mantra? I think it was Return of the Dark Ages. Still, medium is going crazy, and then he just has great talents. For what reason, man? Thunderblade, for instance, only exclusively for it is exclusive for it's exclusive for medium. It gives for getting parried, you get a 12% speed buff. I think you get plus 3 damage, and you get this. I think I don't remember if it gives you an M1 speed buff. I don't think it does. But for literally getting parried, you are getting buffed for it. You get more damage, more speed buffs. You get an improved dash for nothing, and then stronghold, flat out 5% less posture. There's no special condition. There's no hey, you need to go high investment. It's just a flat out 5% 5% more posture for no reason. Or the club. I mean, club had some crazy talents too. Was it dispatch? I think dispatch. It gives you 20% more posture. It gives you 20% less posture on crit, and then 20% or 40% on guard break. Because if you're using dispatch, you definitely have bear trap. And so anytime you posture break somebody, it immediately 40% less posture damage as a whole, which isn't too useful. If you're using it, you're probably gonna have that 20% up a lot just for procking bear trap. Insane. Or Hammerfold is giving you 25% more posture on just an aerial attack. For why? If you're thinking that heavy has crazy posture stacking, you're just lying to yourself. It does have good posture stacking, but medium does it 20 times better. For what? For getting for using an aerial attack. And then it has crazy sustain. It has you're using medium, you're probably going 75-75. You're gonna get the extra health from all the other stuff. You're gonna get if you're using a tumulus, then you're probably gonna get fucking reinforced armor for just because you can. It's more posture. You get your extra less posture. You get club talents that give you another 40% less posture taken, more health, all that for just running a weapon. And the weapons that shit has is crazy. Medium has probably the best weapon out of everything. Curve blade right now, meta. But like we have Spectre Path that gives you insane mobility. It has Suffocate, which is definitely better than Spectre Path. It's just literally an upgrade. Suffocate does like it just pretty much blocks off all. It blocks off every single type of mantra for just M1ing people. You're gonna have Aftercut up a lot, and Curveblade has crazy good scaling for nothing. And it has an. I mean, there's also the innate pen, but I'm not gonna really say that. 50% pen is kind of average. Oh, you got Deep Crusher, which is pretty much just the Iron Sing Hero Blade. No, again, 20% innate pen. This guy, the scaling isn't that bad. The crit is pretty much just a better vent. As soon as you're getting comboed, you bust that crit out. That crit out. That is free vent. Gets you off him, and it's got like innate chip damage. Again, it's a club. Still, it is. Plus, Iron Sing is really fucking good right now. Even after that like small like damage nerf, Iron Sing is crazy. And what else? Uh, Purple Cloud. Purple Cloud is just better. Like if you're gonna run Fist, just go Purple Cloud. It has if you're using a Tumulus Fist, Purple Cloud has like all access to all media mantras, which are I'm pretty sure all of them are good. I don't really know about what people think of it's not Providence Straw. It's the one I think it's not Master what's it called? It's not Master's Flourish. It is Twin Cleave, that's the one. Twin Cleave is good. I don't really know how people feel about it. It's pretty much a just a free get off me move. Then Providence Straw, great. Master Flourish, great. You get more damage. You get more innate pen. Your crit goes behind block. There. What else would you need? It's crazy. Shatter Katana is also pretty good. It is John fucking move stacking. You also have 30% innate pen for 90 medium. That's nothing pretty much. If you're going a Tumulus, you're probably going to get enough for Shatter Katana easily. Or what else? Kaliski's Inferno is fucking nuts. 30% in a pen. You get the animations are weird as shit. It has more damage than every single club in the game, like base damage of any club in the game. Good scaling, 10% chip damage. It has really good weight, so you're probably guard breaking constantly. And it's got good range, and it's got the fastest swings of any club. Plus, with it has access to Flametron, which is not only the best attunement, but has some insane mantras. Burning Servants is an instant mantra. What can you do about it? As soon as you're in a parry trade, you put down Burning Servants, you're guaranteed to get a little bit of heals from Bloodlust and proc burn on them. For what? Or if you're using Poliski's Inferno, you in a parry trade, you can feint into crit. As soon as you feint into crit, the parry trade's over. Because two things are gonna happen. Or three things. They either predict your feint, which they got lucky. They either roll, which the projectile part of your crit hits them, or they try to block the crit, and then immediately you guard break them. You proc. I think it's dispatch again. Yeah, you proc dispatch. 40% less posture, and you get a free combo off of it for you doing nothing pretty much. For you just getting hit, you were already immediately at such a huge disadvantage because you're also on fire. You're getting fuck. You're getting. You were actually getting pile drive. Playing Police Keys Inferno is looking a person in the eyes and saying, "I'm going to rape you." That's the equivalent of playing Police Keys Inferno. And then I will count Wormtooth. Wormtooth isn't really that good unless you're using Silent Heart, and then it's pretty much just like a Tumulus Silent Heart. You get like you just have mantras. Silent Heart's boring as shit too, by the way. People who say like Silent Heart's got sauce, y'all are lying to yourselves. Be so honest. You guys like run around and spam your relentless hunt mantras, and then or yeah, pretty much mantras. Spam relentless hunt, and then you're like, well, I'm different because like I'm not carried by mantras. I just spam my other shit. You're not different, dude. You're corny as shit. Your build sucks. Fuck you. And then speaking of Silent Heart, actually, that's a pretty good segue. Silent Heart is just better on medium than any other teammate. Relentless Hunt does like every time you're using Relentless Hunt, you're using Flow State with it. So that's 54 damage, which is more. It's a two hit move. 54 damage. More than it's more than light and heavies. It also, if you're good enough, you can also proc Spine Cutter off of it. So that's 54 damage plus the Spine Cutter hits for pressing two buttons. No other achievement does it. The other two land you perfectly in front of them for like both hits. Or how about this? Mayhem. Heavy Mayhem throws them backwards. Light weapons, I think it lands them right in front of you or like close enough. Mediums is the only one that leaves. No, light weapons puts you behind them, but too far for you to do anything. Medium is the only one that puts you right behind them, is fast as fuck, and is puts you right close enough to where you have enough time to roll cancel a spine cutter. Why? If you're gonna give it to medium, just give it to everything else, or at least give them an equivalent, like where heavy is close enough to, or maybe like this slam like sticks them in the ground so they're close enough to fucking spine cutter, or just make the light one just leave a little bit closer because they're pretty much the same move. Nothing changes. Or how about Blade Harper? I remember. I remember exactly where I was when I heard about Blade Harper. It was summerish. I was at my aunt's house. This was when I went to America. I went over there. I was watching a punchy video. I saw Blade Harper. I was like, okay. First of all, people are gonna be crazy corny making fucking Sukuna builds, and it's gonna be Sukuna builds and uh, what's that one? Bleach. I was actually more excited for the Bleach build. I kind of like Bleach. I would want to see it, but I knew that was gonna happen, and I was just waiting for him to tell the requirements, and then he said this: 75 medium, which is fine, and then 90 for every other attunement. As soon as I saw that, I was like, this is gonna be the attunementless medium Moth. And I was right. Every attunementless medium player is either running Oathless for sustain, Jet Striker for mobility, or Blade Harper for damage. Do you see the problem here? These fucking medium players are gonna say like, oh, my weapon type takes so much skill. I am putting myself at a disadvantage because I have to parry trade. Which you don't, by the way. Parry trading's been gone for a while, uh, because of mage builds. Which, speaking of mage builds, all of the mage weapons are medium. And so, are you seeing what I'm saying? You were pretty much feeding them all the greatest shit. There's so many meta builds right now that are like either Police's Inferno or Specialist Set Curve Blade, which is its own problem, or was it uh just mage builds in general? For a while, even on this build that I'm running right now, I had to run Tranquil Circle because I was so bored of going against mage players and them just spamming mantras and doing nothing. I need like a 10 sec, like I would need a brief intermission in between games because I was so tired of seeing mage players run around doing the most brain dead shit, and then like as soon as they come into the M1 circle, they can't play. They can't play. So my conclusion is, if you're gonna run anything in this game, think first: do I want to win? If that answer is yes, go medium, without a doubt. There is no other. If you're going to run anything, just think: would this be better on medium? And 90% of the time, the answer is yes. Go medium, abuse that shit, because hopefully for Iron Vow, which is probably not going to come out next week, but if it does, I beg, hands on, what's it called? I am kneel down in front of the developers. I beg you. I want you to gut specialists. I want you to kill that shit. I mean, well, specialists I do. Specialists, yeah, I just kind of want killed. That doesn't really have to do anything with medium. But I beg medium catches some strays. I want Polici's Inferno to be toned down like crazy. I want all these medium talents to be toned down like crazy. Heavy's got some good talents. I'll give you that. Heavy's got some crazy talents, but it gets overshadowed. It is all about using abusing your hyper armor, and you're still gonna get hit through that hyper armor. I only get rewarded for I can't take it. Fuck medium weapons. We need to medium weapon is what is going to kill the game because it's fucking everywhere. Every medium build looks exactly the same, and like quote me on that.